how astrology works. It's not how you think. Everyone thinks an astrological symbol and the moment you were born makes everyone born at the same moment the same. Even professional astrologers clump people together as being of the same temperament or the same personality or the same financial luck if they're born under the same sign. But this is obviously a logical fallacy. There are people with disabilities, mental neurological handicaps, and even genius abilities born every moment. They obviously have different fates and destinies. There are also tigers, rabbits, and cockroaches that are born at exactly the same moment. And they all have different personalities, temperaments, and capabilities. So what's the right way to take advantage of astrology and understand it? Instead of thinking of the stars and the planets as cookie-cutter templates that make everyone the same, think of the stars and planets as supply trains. Based on the season and the train, each supply chain will carry different ingredients. You will be built using the ingredients that were available at the moment. No less, no more. The easiest way to visualize this is during sunrise or sunset. There's a moment when the sky is red. At another moment, the sky is orange. And yet at another moment, the sky is purple. At every given time, the energy that you get from each star and each planet is different. This is because of the angle of approach, velocity, and many other factors. Most of the energy that you get from the stars and the planets are totally invisible to the naked eye. This includes gravity. Gravity permeates every aspect of our lives, including the formation of our own DNA, but is totally invisible. Some moments give you red energy, other moments give you yellow energy. When the Earth's distance from Venus is twice as far compared to its closest point, the influence from Venus is actually 75% less. This is a gigantic variance. Because of the rule of the inverse square, if you're half as close, you would be 4 times heavier. If you weigh 150 pounds now, you would literally weigh 600 pounds if this happened on Earth. And if you had 75% less gravity on Earth, you would literally be able to do a standing high jump to your second-floor balcony. This is how much the gravity and light from each planet varies as everything orbits the Sun. So while this explains how much variation you get from being born at one moment versus another moment in time, it does not explain why everyone is not the same. This does not explain why everyone born at the same moment is born with the same intelligence, personality, tendencies, and financial luck. To understand the big picture, you have to begin with realizing that everyone is born different. Everyone is born different, but they are born under the same circumstances. For example, whether you're born rich, poor, smart, or below average intelligence, if it was raining on the day you were born under the same circumstances. But weather is not the only circumstance that influences your DNA, nervous system, personality, and more. There's gamma radiation, X-rays, infrared rays, ultraviolet radiation, and yes, even gravity. You should look up how each of these types of radiation affects genetic replication and even your own nervous system that controls your brain. The easiest way to visualize this is to think of yourself as a fruit salad. Some of you are born to rich parents with great genetics. Others are born to poor parents with incompetent genetics. But if you are both fruit salads being tossed at the same time, and strawberries happen to be in season, you both get strawberries. If tangerines are not in season, neither of you get tangerines. In the end, you are both fruit salads destined to grow up in different neighborhoods, but built using whatever ingredients were available on hand. Everything is this way. You could buy a Korean car or an American car, and depending on when you bought it, you would have the exact same Chinese airbags and exact same German brake system. If you waited a couple months later, their bags and brake system would be totally different again as manufacturer costs and production volumes change. So while you are indeed built by the energies and conditions of the moment you were conceived and born, each person is different because of the energies and conditions of their parents. Twins are a perfect example. Basically, the moment you were born doesn't make you the same as everyone else born at that moment. It just makes you born under the same conditions and same energy frequencies that make up who you are today. Think of it this way. If you were born as a rowboat and someone else was born as a sailboat right next to you on the open sea during a strong eastern storm, the sailboat would be forced eastward much farther than you. And if at the same time a submarine was born, he wouldn't be influenced at all. He would stay in the exact same place right beneath you. The energies of the universe influence all of us. They just influence each of us differently. The usefulness of astrology is that it should tell you how the energies that are about to bombard you will influence your life personally. Use FutureView.app to see when you will become wealthy, meet your soulmate, or encounter disastrous winds. If you join FutureView.app, you can even connect with your harmonic resonance soulmates in your user dashboard.